I mean, I guess that's how it's always gonna be. Things are always gonna have way more, you know, soul and there's effort and love put into them in the beginning than near the end once shit's popular. Just in general. I mean, you can still sure have plenty of it, you know, heart and soul and stuff in sequels and shit, but I mean, you could easily see it going downhill. Like, it's totally believable. Just a shame it had to happen with Fate when there was like a lot of potential. Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, this shit's huge, man. I mean, the fucking VNs, this would not exist if the VNs weren't as good as they were to at least fucking be like a platform for this shit. Oh, I need to set up. Chester. Yeah, surely they notice it a bit, man. But do they? They probably just don't care. It's like how much do they notice and how much do they give a single fucking shit. So did Nasu write The Witch and the Holy Night? Or is that just like the studio or some person? Takeshi just like drew it or something? He did? Dude, maybe there's one good fucking thing left in him, man. Maybe there was one thing left. Dude, I need it, man. That's the only thing that's even gonna be close to possibly the fucking BNs, man. Has a chance of giving me anything even close to like HA or FSN. And making VNs? Yeah. I mean, it's at least got budget. Like, it looks like it's got production values or something. Seriously impressive. How has somebody not fully finished that yet, dude? This fucking boggles my mind, man. I think something is like fucking top shelf as that. Just the fan translation community, I guess, man. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't know, I just like the atmosphere, dude. I just always love, at least in FSN and HA, just his I just like the atmosphere. He always just kind of nails it. Oh, I'm not saying it's like my favorite fucking work of atmosphere ever, but like I just always like the, you know, kind of urban horror thing that he can do, they can do, but still have like, you know, solid characters and some moments of chuny and, you know, a little bit of lightheartedness and still all make it work. But I want to read like his earlier shit too, because why not? But I'll have to look into that censoring thing. I'll take the hit if it means like extreme. If I don't play it or I can play it, it's like I'll take the censor, right? Like even if it fucks with some of the sexual violence shit. So yeah, I want to. That's why I want to read Tsukihime. I mean, I do really like the chuny shit. I mean, it's fun. Like the fights and shit are cool. I mean, I like that it's not really a mystery. You know, it's one of those like few VNs we read that isn't just like a fucking mystery. You know, like, so I guess it's kind of got like a unique place. I mean, also. Unique place. My experiences. Fight VNs if you somewhat care about who wins or loses. It's probably the only antagonists are cool. Oh yeah, you don't want to like, you're not into like both sides of it. And shit, even Shiro's cool by the fucking end, dude. Like the priest versus like Shiro and shit, dude. You're like, fuck, man. Cause it's the fucking development of their entire character and all of their arcs put into like one really cool Chuny fight. And I think that's one of the cool things with Fate is like the character building, the interactions feeds into the Chuny shit. It's not just fucking Chuny shit. It like the whole fucking thing fuels into it, and it makes I don't know, it makes fights more interesting. I mean, sometimes it is just Chuny shit, you know. But a lot of the times there's like a lot of fucking like lead up. There's like some fucking lore drop history, you know. There's cool little shit. I don't know. Imagine a Chuny VN where the MC is an DR. Antagonist is knocked. Oh shit. Yeah, that's a shame. I'll have to see. I'll play it for sure. I've heard mixed things, and now I really gotta know. Okay, we're just gonna skip them. Exactly, yeah. I don't know, that's why it's like, you know, I'm not knocking code or anything, but when people just kind of take Fate at just its Chuny level, I'm like, I love joking about Nas's shit, and I love fucking joking about the Chuny shit. Like, there's honestly, like, good stuff, good written stuff, backing every fucking bit of that Chuny up. And I know we like to just be negative and joke around a lot. You know, Nas is a hack. But like, I mean, he's a hack now, but there's just solid shit there, man. Like, I don't know. There's good shit behind it. I don't think anybody should miss out on that or try to think otherwise about it. Like, I would, you know, if I recommended it to somebody, I wouldn't be like, yeah, it's just good Chuny shit, man. You know, like there's more to it. Call Fate shit nowadays. Thing, man, like if this kind of Fate didn't exist, people would love the fucking VN, dude. Yeah, exactly, man. That's the problem. It's like fucking people who make anime look like shit, dude. It's just like people fucking whacking it to fucking waifus and fetishes and the most mainstream fucking bullshit. This garners like the worst fucking community. And then you get these people, fuck Japanese, fuck weebs and shit. I'm like, damn, there's so much good shit fucking man. Same thing with Fate, dude. It's like, I can't blame people for talking mad shit on Fate because of this. You know, like straight up, man, like extra and shit. Like it's waifu, pandering, fetish shit. Like, it's fun in its own right, but I mean, it's hard to like shake that identity and be like, oh yeah, dude, the shit from 20 years ago is like actually really fucking great, like really well written, good stuff, you know. It's like it doesn't have a whole lot of the problems of these, you know. Like most people are just gonna be like, oh whatever, you know, you only got so much time in the day and so much patience. People aren't, you know, it's just, it gives it a bad rap. Not many people are gonna dig deep and go check out the originals just because somebody said so. Yeah, that's why that's what we talk about so much. I mean, that and we're constantly playing the fucking game, but it's easy to kind of bring it back up. But yeah, the quality is really just not even just the quality, the identity of it. Like, there's none of the same vibe. I get none of the same vibe from this as I do the VNs. You're not as into it. I mean, it's all grandiose and epic, and you know the scale's all crazy and shit, and there's just millions of characters. It's like if fucking, you know, fucking monster of the week fucking level of just 50 dudes showing up every fucking chapter. And I mean, the predatory practices translate pretty hard into the gameplay and how the story goes. It's about putting out fetishes, putting out more and more shit for people to pay for. That has to translate in the story somehow, and I mean, it fucking shows, man. Camelot's was decent. This is decent, but it's decent for FGO. It's not decent in the grand scheme of everything. It's absolute dog shit compared to fucking Fate Stay Night and Hollow Act. Yeah, but I don't know. It's fun. I can enjoy things that aren't amazing. It's fine. I mean, I'm not bored sitting here doing this. I mean, I'm sick, so 10 hours in, I might be getting bored, but... And Grand Fantasy is what people want. Yeah, and that was the cool thing, is like you get these historical toony things, but in a setting that was fucking totally different. More real, the dark fantasy, dark fucking urban fantasy and shit, like... And it just felt cool. Like the fights were like, you're like in like a fucking city. So you could easily jump in between the slice of life and not, because it was just them going out at night. Like, I don't know, it just married the fucking, it's just, but now it's just, it's just fucking, we're just fucking running around fucking the underworld, dude. Likes Grand Fantasy more. That's the thing, is like he had curbs so like a unique feel and a more of a unique idea and made it work. And now he's just going into the Grand Fantasy thing, and it's not that special anymore, man. It's like the lore's not even there anymore. The Holy Grail and all that shit. I can barely even fucking understand what's going on anymore. It's very just surface fucking level. We're just servants are appearing. We're doing shit. There's the big baddie. Let's go do shit, like they've tried to introduce more concepts, but they're fucking not very well realized, dude, and I don't give a shit. Like, I don't know, man. Gonna fall as sci-fi is trash, yeah. I don't know, man. It's like, it's weird to say that Grand Fantasy doesn't really work as well for something that's just you summoning, like, toony versions of old heroes of history and shit. But it isn't as interesting, man. Like, seeing these characters or fucking historical figures or mythology figures in like a more real world setting, but not like just as a joke, it's like they have to exist there and still be the same, but like it's just like, I don't know, there's just a lot of interesting setups because of it. Just the idea of them being there but still having the fights, and this like there's the lore and this the Grail and all that, and like that shit's still there, and there's like a sense of mystery and yeah, the atmosphere. I can barely fucking breathe. I'm talking so much. Jesus, the sickness, dude. It just gets me salty, dude. It's a shame, man. I appreciate. You know what? FGO really has done a lot for me. Actually, made me appreciate the fucking Fate Stay Night and Hollow actually more and more. It makes me think about good things and bad things. That's why I like playing bad things sometimes, because it fucking resets your fucking palate and makes you realize why the good things are good, man. Fate Stay Night and Hollow actually seem like fucking gems every time I talk about them compared to this shit, man. Didn't really ever focus on, yeah, that's what I mean, is I guess I didn't really get into that. I think it was less reacting to modern society, because I was going to say culture shock, then I held back, because it never really does happen. It was more just like them having to be in that situation, like in the environment. And I think it was more maybe an aesthetics thing than it was like a character thing, but it set up like the slice of life scenes and shit. Like they didn't have to like do crazy stuff, but like, Saber's still eating the potatoes and they're cooking and shit, and there's like a little bit of it. It was just enough, because it wasn't the point of the VN, but it was enough to add a little bit extra, added to the comedy scenes, or maybe it added some development. I thought the amount that they did it was fine. It wasn't about them appearing and then, you know, wacky fucking Frasier shenanigans go on, like culture shock. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying those are examples of them using it. But yeah. No, they perfected the slice of life and Hollow accent. Apparently that's not even his shit, right? You said somebody else wrote most of those. Yeah, they're garbage. They built some of the fucking character development off of it, but it was mainly just Shiro and Saber. I can barely remember the other people's between their servants. A lot of the cool servant shit was in more serious scenes, like the Red Man and shit. Only wrote the main story, which was good because his slice of life was passable, but for as much slice of life that needed to be in Hollow Out or Axia, his shit was not as good in Stay Night. And really, it's one of the things that held back Fate Stay Night. That's why Hollow Out or Axia is better. Because at Hollow Out or Axia, there's no fluff, baby. Like, it's all fucking just meat. It's all good, you know? Like, there's a couple, there's a couple pieces of shit, but Fate Stay Night has, like arguably entire routes that are like shit, you know? You're like, not like just super hard shit, but compared to each other, compared to Hollow Out or Axia, just that little sphere of 2 fucking PMs, like there's some obviously shit parts in Fate Stay Night. I still enjoy them, but like they're not as good. Based on this slice of life as other people, yeah. Maybe he just like touched up on characters and shit. Keep them consistent, who knows? He made a good main story too, and I like that. I like I say, I always like how it wrapped into the slice of life. It's good that he had somebody else write some of the slice of life skits though, cause yeah, it's really funny though that that's the thing. But I feel like maybe the series hasn't gotten more slice of life. How much slice of life and shit is there in Extra? It's got that bubbly feel to it that a slice of life might have. It's more upbeat, but really it's not actually as... It never gets as relaxed anymore. It's always high octane action now. But do you think that the action never hits the same highs, but you never also get the same level of chill slice of life? It's always trying to ride this just very safe medium. And it just doesn't feel good for it. I mean, Camelot had some pretty good scenes though, but it also had a darker atmosphere too. Talk with your servants every day with them. He's always researching their enemy. They have 7 days to fight them. Okay. Okay. So he really hasn't gotten much more practice on the slice of life. I mean, look at the slice of life and this. It fucking sucked. I didn't even know what the goal was. That's it. That's the problem with bad slice of life and good slice of life. Is good slice of life still has a goal. There's still a point. It's just like it's just like the setting and the vehicle for it's different. You know, like there's character development. There's fun things that happen. But in this, it's just like. This is like, what? Yeah, they're bearable. There is funny shit, like Gil's Chad shit's funny. I mean, most of the time this has been funny. It's way more lighthearted than Camelot. Way more lighthearted, but yeah, it's... Overall, the slice of life, like, in the world of slice of life, and just, like, chill moments, it's not that great. Like, there's some things I got a little chuckle at in this, but as a whole, almost every piece of Hollow Out or Axia is funnier. You know, like, there's a few parts that are worse, but for just the fucking minute to minute, the amount of fucking shit, there's HA is just like way fucking better, man. Like, there's a couple funny parts, but it's usually just like a character, like Gil shitting on somebody, or like a little, like Taiga, you know. But like Taiga's running off of her own old fucking character. Good God, really? Dude, I should have read that shit, dude. Oh man, I should really read these ones that are gonna get like talked about a lot, because I don't even see people talk about the event stories in the threads at all. It's like they don't exist, and that's another reason I don't read them. Is just, I just don't. I don't even see like discussion on them. I guess I just missed that. I should have read the Prismalia one. I read the first chapter and I skipped it. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, that's cool if you had like a genuine human reaction to something. It's fine to have those emotions, but like, God, you gotta know in the fucking grand scheme of things where things objectively stand. And I really feel like, you know, it goes like pure trash half the time, man. Like, oh, is it? I should read more of them. I might start reading them now. Just do like a stream of it. I just usually have so many games I want to go through. I just can't. Like, when I have the option to skip some Fate Go shit, when it really feels like it's not important, I just can't. It's my little thing. I'm very consistent in everything else. But the stories, I'm like, it's hard to justify playing more Fate Go sometimes. I skipped them all. I just started reading them all. They were both all trash. Well, that was the thing, is I read the first ones. I read the Donga one and some of the Gouda one and Mysterious Heron X one. I'm just like, fuck, man, like these really are boring. And I'm like literally not playing other games on stream, talking to people I give a shit about, to read this fucking shit. Like, why? You know, like, I just skip them, dude. I mean, I enjoyed this. Camelot actually had some Kino. Like, I actually thought that last stream we did for Camelot was legit. Like, it was good. You know, I thought it was solid. Like, for Fate Go, maybe even the grand scheme of things, it was fine. Camelot as a whole had way too many shitty parts. But I thought if Bedivere didn't exist, it would have been shit. Bedivere single-handedly saved that entire fucking thing. But yeah, the side events, dude, I don't know. Maybe I'll read them more now. Now that the actual main story has picked up in quality a bit, maybe the side events have gotten better. Maybe I'll try one. But another thing is I don't trust the translation. Like, the jokes, man, I mean, some of it's just meme shit, you know? Which is fine for the most part, but I don't even know if I can trust them to make, like, properly translated joke, man. Like, for all I know, they're just fucking doing some crazy shit that doesn't have any of the same feel of the source material, just to make it memey as fuck. Which, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard to like translate a joke, but if you're like, well, I can't translate this well, it's long cats, you know, just do some bullshit. Like, mostly on characters, yeah. I mean, that's how it was in all of his shit. But the problem is there's only like a handful, like, a handful is generous, a couple characters you care about in these stories anymore. Where before you're like, I like fucking almost all the fucking characters, you know? So you could get into almost anything that happened. You just had to set up a cool thing, man. Now it's like, well, who do I like? I like Bedivere. That's fucking it, you know? Like, that's about fucking it. Arash was cool, but he selling his ass out of the story halfway in, you know? Like, I mean, like, what, fucking Rice Man, dude? Just like, damn it, stupid titty monk, aren't you stupid bitch, man? What are you doing? And like that's it, dude. It's like, that's so fucking one note. I mean, they try to make Titty Monk more like deep. It was okay. I mean, Lancelot was like pretty lame for what I thought he was gonna be. See, yeah, Arash was a cool, fun character, but I wasn't emotionally involved in it like that, dude. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, I mean, even this game's highest points are eclipsed by most good fucking media, especially even in its own franchise, dude. It hurts me, man. Yeah. Like, you're sitting here reading a VN. This is like a 20-hour fucking VN, dude, or more. I've fucking been playing this shit for at least, I mean, I've been talking a bit, but I think, like, I've been going at a good pace, and we've been going for like fucking goddamn, playing it for at least like fucking 13 to 17 hours, man. And like, you can't tell me, well, like, I don't want to go read the source material, it's old. all that reading and shit. I'm like, you're a fucking baby. You can play 20 hours of this shit. You can't play 40 hours of something fucking legit, man. Because it's old. That's why I really think they should re-release. They should release it. The proper translation. Globally or whatever in English and fucking re-release the fucking Japanese one too. Just put the shit on Steam or something. Like, I mean, there's enough people who would try it. Like, you have to pretty much hand deliver that shit on a silver platter to get people to try it out. Most people aren't gonna go dig deep to read the VNs, man. Like, people want it just nice, fucking right there in their face and easy, because they don't care enough, man. Like, I care enough to go back and fucking even look for the damn thing. Most people just don't. They're just like, yeah, just chill and I play Fate Go and that's it. I don't care, you know. Boom, dude. There you go, dude. But then people have to know that everything they've been reading is shit. Nasu doesn't want them to know, dude. He'd probably rather them forget about it, dude. Nasu's like, wait, if they find out that everything I've made since then is shit, they're gonna know I'm a fucking hack. The spirit, yeah, it could be salvaged. There could be at least enough people alive who fucking are good at making things that they could salvage the series. I don't have faith in Nasu anymore, but I don't know, dude. The thing is that people are probably used to this shit, and they probably would prefer this because it's got a totally different vibe. There's people who probably play Fate Go, and this is their, like, you know, they love the feel of it, the grandiose, epic scale. Wow, it's just like a Pokemon with fucking servants and historical people and shit. And they just like a real surface level, like a DBZ fucking show, which is fine. We probably would legitimately think that the old stuff is shit. Even though I think it's objectively written really well, it's just so different probably for them that they would just hate it, you know? Like, there's gonna be those people too. Which is a shame because I think it's like legitimate, like just objectively better stuff. I could understand if you just don't like maybe the tonal shift or something. But get over it, man. If you can't read shit with fucking that isn't exactly the same as everything else, like fuck off, man. It's good stuff. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Assault. Hopefully, dude. Heaven's Feel took that urban horror vibe to the max. It also has some of the most keynote fucking fight scenes out of the whole fucking thing. But I hope they don't just focus on the fight scenes. I mean, that's why I like Fate Zero and shit, is just the flair and the urban horror feel and all that and some of the characters and stuff. But Heaven's Feel had a lot more than that going on. So hopefully it isn't just that, but we'll see. Not like they're gonna have Sakura sucking his fucking dick juice in the movie. Maybe I wonder what they'll do about that. If they'll just like not, they'll imply she got a couple ribbons of semen up her ass, or it's gonna be the blood thing in Realta Nua, or if they're just gonna like show some softcore shit or what. I mean, the first movie's out, but I don't know really what's up with it. I don't even know if in the first movie they'll start getting into that shit. Man, it hurts too. Not even, you know, our usual talks about HA and shit, but just like the lore and like the concepts were just way more interesting. Like they would talk about magic and the circuits and the grail and the history, and you actually could like follow. It felt a little more realized, you know. It's not like, you know, 428 Nasu where he just shit out, or I mean this where he literally won't even try to explain it. He just fucking shits it out, dude. At least 428 tried to explain it. It was just such a stupid concept. Tried. I mean, we call that an attempt. More of an attempt than fucking Fake O has, man. I don't know. It's because I see Rin here, and I'm like, you know, even though Rin was the worst part about HA and shit, her just like lore dumping you or like explaining some magic shit here and there, or them talking shop or strategy, about what they had to do, and you know, patrol or something. It was like interesting, right? But it's like, I'm looking at her now, and it's just like, I'm a little girl. Which, I mean, whatever. If it's a comedy scene, it's fine, but like, that's about all there is, man. There's some like really soft, like low impact fucking romance bullshit, which is probably just a flag for her getting toasted. Just seeing her reminds me of those moments, and I like those moments. And then it reminds me that any kind of lore shit or concept explanations doesn't exist in this, or like the laws and stuff. Which is why I'd like to read Tsukihime, the whole Witch and the Holy Night. Like maybe they get more into some of those things, like the world and stuff. That's why I really liked the Kirei shit, because they would, you know, or Bazette shit too. You know, they would talk about the Holy Order and all that weird shit, and the Mages Association and stuff. And it's like, you know, the world had cool things going on, and they never fully explained everything. There's always all more potential for cool shit. You're like, damn, dude, this is, look at all these different sects of people and shit and organizations, and you didn't feel like there's just like they needed to talk about it. You just felt that there was always potential for more if they wanted to, you know? Like I felt like, you know, Fate Stay Night, HA were totally fine. Wasn't like, damn, I really needed more Holy Order shit. Or whatever, the church. I really need more church or anything. I thought it was totally fine. But there was like potential in the world, because you could call it a rich world, like to do more cool shit. Which is a damn shame, man. That's what always kills me, is like, I feel like, because the Third Holy Grail War was just bullshit anyway. People, they talk down on it all the fucking time. It was supposed to just be a bunch of fucking idiots, pretty much. And for that, the scope of it like that, you know, there just could be so much other cool shit. There's just so much potential. Just squandered, dude. Yeah, show don't tell. I think show don't tell is very fucking a good thing. People don't do enough. Why shit like Dark Souls lore is kind of interesting. It's because it's very, you fill in the blanks. Like, you put forth an atmosphere and just a general vibe you're supposed to get from, like, some of the concepts, and then you just kind of let people run with it. You give them the framework, you know, you're like, ooh, the church, and like, ooh, this is some of the people, and then you're just kind of like, alright. Yeah, Rocky, exactly. Like, I always think the show don't tell is really strong, and I think when people do it well, it's really good. I think people over-explaining shit and leaving absolutely nothing up to the imagination, like, I don't know. I feel like it almost limits the world. Like, a world would have more things than you could ever understand or, like, think about. So being able to think that, like, maybe there is some other shit going on, working parts you don't know about, kind of just makes you get more into it, because then it's more, like, believable. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but I like how Nasu does it, at least. First Mage Association, it's okay. It's not near as good as just watching some bits here and there in the lore. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it just makes Fate Stay Night HA better because they didn't get into it. But, I mean, there is potential for other shit. I mean, fucking Garden of Sinners does it a little bit, you know? I mean, the thing is, like, he could go into those and then open up more shit in the background. Not in, like, a DBZ way where there's always another power level, you know, coming, another threat. But just, like, there's just, you add more richness. I don't like the word rich, but you add more stuff to the world to make people more interested. I don't know. Like, you could have just added something else, like, in, like, a really normal fucking natural way instead of just, like, force feeding new concepts to try to make more VNs or something. Can you blame it? I mean, of course. I mean, we're gonna talk about something shitty, and then that gets me going because I really like, you know, parts of Fate, and then I really fucking hate parts of Fate. Like, it's just fucking interesting time. I don't know. And then I get thinking about the actual, like, objective qualities of, like, a fucking story and shit. And Jesus, it's every time we do it. We gotta stop bringing this shit up, man. Because I haven't done anything in this fucking game. The book was better than the movie because a lot of it was in their head. I think I'll talk about the hero. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. I mean, shit, we've talked about all this before, but maybe not so fleshed out. But yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I think making just like a vehicle, like an atmospheric kind of like vehicle, or just some kind of framework for what the author wants, and then letting you fill in the rest is cool. I don't think it's like just some key to great storytelling, you know? I mean, there's something that can leave nothing to your imagination that could still be great, but I think it's something that people don't do all the time. Or I think it's something that is okay to do that could be really good, you know? Like, it's okay to leave some stuff hanging. I'd rather you just leave something hanging that doesn't need to be explained than try to explain it and it's just really not well thought out. Like Nursery Rhyme. Nursery Rhyme would have been better if they just didn't even touch it. Just fucking left it. The mystery of it would be way better. But instead they try to explain it and it's just like fucking shit, and then it just turns into like a fucking shit character, you know? It's like just don't. I mean, really, if you think about like Dark Souls, imagine them trying to explain every little thing. Then they have to actually be good fucking writers. It could just be shit. It could be dog shit. But instead it's more about the atmosphere in Souls, the lore, filling in the blanks, the feel. That's why I say atmosphere is super important. You can just fucking deliver on atmosphere real hard. It wasn't so good and Ghost, so shit wouldn't be possible. Shit and trash talk fate with this kind of passion. Exactly, man. That's exactly it. It's a testament to how solid his shit was then. How much I enjoy it. Just want to go fucking read Unlimited Blade Work, man. Because I like to be able to talk about it with more authority. Feel bad we never read it, but I mean, the fucking show is supposed to be good enough. I was like, if I could go back, I would play through it, but it's alright. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, it's the exact same franchise with this huge discrepancy or disparity in quality. This huge just gap, you know. And yeah, they all have their things that are good and their things that are bad about each of them, but like, there's like a legitimate, yeah, just like gap in the quality. Like, this one's just clearly better, or the tone was just something was lost, like the identity, and just I mean, there's so much to talk about with it because yeah, one's great, and the other's just severely fucking lacking. I mean, even the platform it's on, it went from a fucking VN to like a mobile game, and just the gameplay, the marketing, like how it works, like there's just so many things you can fucking talk about, man. The product of its time and shit, you know, like it's just fucking it's too interesting, man. I can't help myself. I mean, I like shitting on stuff too. I'll be honest, you know. I try to go into shit with a good head on my shoulders, but once I'm already have fun making fun of Faco, you know, I tend to gravitate towards shitting on it pretty quick. I try to not do that with much, but pretty easy to just jump in and start shit talking Faco. Sometimes I keep myself in check. Like with Camelot, I'm willing to say there was some decent shit, and I try to say, you know, there is fun shit about playing the game and decent stuff, but it's like, you know what, it's like we can talk about the positives for a few minutes. It's nothing crazy. It's like the negatives are way more interesting because you can be comparing them to the old stuff, and it's like, what's the positive shit? There's a couple good characters, you know, the fucking gameplays, leveling shit up's fun enough. I mean, it's more guilty pleasure type of shit. There's not as much to discuss, man. So I always gravitate towards shitting on it, man. Way more interesting to think about the gap in quality than why Fago's decent sometimes. Most people are just negative people, whatever. What is even going on in the story anymore? I don't even know. I'm playing this shit for 10 fucking half hours. I've been relatively attached to the story though. the whole time. Into it, I won't say into it. I've been there. I haven't been like bored. I haven't been like, like okay, this sucks. I've just been right there. It's been just that, just I mean, I enjoy that kind of entertainment where you just your brain's just it's just kind of surface level and you're just going. That's totally fine. That's chill. It's chill. It's it's entertaining. It's not just immediately just offensive and shit. It's just right in the middle. Camelot had some better high points so far, but this has just rode the line the entire way. Which is fine. And if it keeps doing that the whole way, fine. But at this point right now, it's kind of losing me. Not because of its own faults, but because I've just gotten into a conversation I care about a lot more. And like trying to get back into it after I've been playing it for 11 hours. I'm just kind of like, it's like I might just take a fucking break. We'll see. I'd rather be into it. There's no way we're gonna finish it today, too. I mean, maybe. I mean, I could be on for longer, but I am still sick, and I'm sitting here ranting and shit. Okay, to get like a full breath. And I don't want to come back and just do 30 minutes tomorrow. I'd rather have a decent chunk, too. Nasir's make it mobile. How did Nasir make mobile shooters rated 15? I don't know. This shit is in. Wait, I'm shocked by how long this is. I'm surprised I'm not more bored. I will give it that. I should be more bored for how long this is than a Fate Ghost story. I don't think it's because it's got any particular super great qualities. I think it just has a couple cool things and it doesn't get in just total shit. And I feel like it knows it or something. That survives on sheer popularity. Oh yeah, man. That's what I always said about like Pokemon. Like if you just dropped Pokemon in right now, like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or something right now, I don't think it would make it. I think there's better fucking games that do the same thing than Pokemon. Like it dropped out like fucking right now, like I mean the idea is not novel anymore. Everybody fucking does the Pokemon thing, man. I think the best thing about Pokemon is it's just the Pokemon themselves are interesting. The rest of it's like I just don't think it would make it. It's just because it's popular still. But that's a different story. But it's a similar thing. Yo, dude, the fucking art for Fate is like, I mean, Bowsette and fucking and all that shit, that went really hard for a bit, but Fate's like that, but constantly. There's always good shit. Like the arts, there's just so many fucking, just so much art, so many fans, and I mean, that's like promos your shit, and that gets people interested, and it keeps them interested. I don't know. That's why I never could understand why people want to ban like streams or something. Like, it's that kind of shit that keeps your fucking stuff afloat. Because Fago isn't staying afloat on its own fucking merit, man. Those are people who really read Babylonia. People actually read the story. We actually, same amounts of people are fight. Yeah, I mean, this really, if you think about it, really is just like a VN. Like this thing, the length of it is just a VN. People, I think it's deceptive because there's like bits of gameplay in between, but like, I mean, it gets more and more VN as you go, dude. The length is just way longer. Instead of just like a little cutscene in between battles, it's like really, there's entire chapters where you click it and it's just VN sections, man. Which is fine. But it's crazy that people like that would fucking think they couldn't read the actual VN. I'm like, you're reading the 20 fucking hour story here, dude. It's not even as good as the fucking VN. Like, you can do it. Do it, Jesus. It is crazy though. I'm surprised how long it is. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't even have the patience, but crazy what I guess what people are willing to do when it kind of just happens, right? Or what they might get into. I don't know, like people just say, I don't like VNs or I couldn't read a VN. Like, you probably could. You could probably enjoy a VN pretty well. It's just a story. People end up reading 20 hours of Fate Go. We actually at the fighter? I don't think my group's ready. I don't know if I'm making a point there or if I'm spacing out. Kind of like rambling thoughts off the top of my head, I think. Probably like saying contradictory shit. That happens sometimes. Like feel out my thoughts as I say them. It's a means to feel like make me figure out what I think about something, but then I end up saying that contradicts shit. Oh, does she? That's cool. Guys, there's little details like that in there. Does she get like have lower power too? Absolutely, Phrasma. Much love, brother. Let me say sad. Yeah, she's way better than fucking Ishtar. Ishtar has been better though than she was at the beginning. My rabbit gave me a rabbit's foot. Oh man, that's dark, dude. It keeps the spare off his ass, man. Spare foot. That's kind of fucked up though. Oh man, pig's milk, dude. Pigs fucking produce a lot of milk, maybe that's why. Is she like stronger now, man? I didn't even understand what they're really asking there, dude. It was kind of